Welcome to Wolfe Farms. I'm Donna, also known as Knitting Wolf.
And I'm James, also known as Wolf. I can't talk this morning. Wolf Photo. This podcast is brought to you by Wolfe Farms. You can find us on the internet at wolffarms.net. We're in the month of... What month are we in? Are we in April still? So look at that. And we have our scent of the month for April is cucumber melon. So you get 25% off everything in our shop that is scented in that fragrance, as well as other sale items as well. So swing on by, check that out. So I'm going to let Poppy Chew run.
He's a wiggly.
Yeah, he's anxious to be on the podcast, but he won't sit still. So
you kind of got him revved up this morning.
Yeah, he's been like overwound him, so the spring's not like stopping. It's like he's tearing through, full of energy.
He's attacking the cat now.
Yeah. So anyway, we're kind of getting sidetracked here.
Wolfe
Farms, just a reminder, we will be shutting the shop down in the end of June. So if you have an opportunity to, stock up before we stop selling soap, please swing on by and get that taken care of. We probably will be curtailing the making of most soap scents. I'm going to be making more lavender because that is a popular one that Don loves, and this is really all of the leftover product we'll end up using it. We probably will be discounting some of the stuff, but not a lot because Don uses it. So just kind of like if you're holding off until the end, hoping that we're gonna do a store closing thing, probably not so much. So if you need it and we have it, probably best to get it early just so that you get what you're wanting. So just kind of a little update. We've been kind of talking about this because this is a question that came up, I guess, in the thread on Ravelry, was whether or not I'd continue making my yarn bowls. So we're kind of trying to figure out how to work that. We may continue to keep the shop open for just that stuff. It'd be like a shop update of the yarn dyers. They sell out, and then they put more in when they have time. I may do that. Leave the Wolfe Farm. It may help fund the keeping us on iTunes thing. Because like I said, we want to keep things as normal as possible. The dog is as normal as possible in regards to the podcast. But I do woodworking. I like that. It's as time permits, I make the yarn bowls, and so I'll continue on that. If I go with the Etsy route, then I have to pay the commissions and stuff, and I can just I'd rather have it on the Wolfe Farm thing. But like I said, the soap, lotion, bath salts, all of that stuff, lip balms, that's all going away at the end of June, at least at this point. Don's, we're trying to find a happy medium that doesn't kind of impact, kind of what we were mentioning before. But anyway, so that's where things stand. So anyway, so I want to welcome new and returning viewers. Thanks for joining us today. We do have a whole page full of stuff to,
Well, because I've had the ADD of knitting. It's like bouncing from one thing to another another.
We have a table full of knitting for you today. I do my Vanna White impression. Ooh, Hey, look at that. You know whose knitting project this is, don't you? Yeah. We've had a knit full week. So, anyways,
you're on a roll. I'm just going to sit back here and
see. I wound Poppy up, and I kind of carried over to me. So I'm like, ooh.
I should have found my winder.
Yeah, I think so. Don's full moon coming, and so Don doesn't sleep well, and
every hour on the hour awake.
Yeah.
Full moon made me sound like a witch.
Yeah. Well, wolf.
Oh, well, that's true.
See, now you know our secret.
And that's how I actually introduced myself at the new Bible study this week. Well, because wolf, and they see spelled W-O-L-F-E, which is the German spelling for wolf. But everybody says wolf-E. It's like, serious, have you had any kind of... Anyways... I say wolf like the animal. Aroo! That's how I introduce, you know.
That is, sometimes you just have to tell them how it is. Right?
Just tell them how it is.
Now, Wolfe Farms.
Not Wolfe Farms.
So
farm happenings.
Cucuzza.
Yeah,
look at that.
This is what Kimberly from Me, My Dog, and Some Yarn sent me. Seeds, because she grows these in her garden. And she had such great directions. And, I think I only put 2 seeds in there because I miter my seeds.
Yeah.
So,
you got one of them.
I got one of them to come up, so it's like, oh, look it, and I keep forgetting to show it, but I was quite excited, so I'll need to get that
into the garden. Start another couple seeds.
Yeah.
Dawn's got a green thumb, so it helps that she doesn't kill plants like I do.
But it's
I guess I'm not that bad. I mean, but you definitely have the knack with getting stuff to grow.
Yeah, especially trees. I rip a thing off of a tree, and we have trees because of it.
Yeah, because she's ripping them off the other ones.
Yeah, I stick them in the ground. It's kind of like the thing with my acorn squash seeds. There's certain things that I just...
Yeah, and I don't normally have that kind of luck, but I had trimmed off. I topped one of our apple trees, and I stuck a stick in one of the sticks in the ground, and I got it to grow until Dundee decided that was a good stick to play with, and he pulled it out. Remember?
It's still growing.
No, the tree is still growing, but the stick that I had, he decided that was neat, and he wanted to chew on it, and I'm like, because it was started to leaf out and everything. I'm like, that's my boy. Yeah.
So speaking of the garden, I bought more strawberry plants this week and got them planted, and bought some more lavender because I don't know. I need to bring it. I know what it is. I need to bring it in
the winter.
In the winter because it doesn't like any kind of freeze whatsoever. But
she went through the garden section. As you could tell, and so she's like, "Ooh, more seeds."
Oh my word! That's
plants.
why I do seeds because I'm cheap.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy cannoli! Really, $4 for one strawberry?
It's kind of like the cheap versus patient. Then I'm patient. So you kind of have to. Okay, do I have to wait 2 weeks for that seed to grow? Seeds. They do grow.
But that's just so much more exciting. You put that little thing in there, and you're like waiting. Oh! And even in my garden this week, I had to Google what it was. It's a bearded iris. And what color is it? Purple. Where it came from? Have no clue.
Yeah. It was actually in one of the tree pots that it's been growing there.
I know.
It just has
and
never flowered.
Because I water it.
You said garden.
Oh, did I?
Yeah. So it's in one of our pots. And it's been growing. It somehow it made it.
It's got
all the shoots
and
in
I've
there.
never taken them out because I had no idea what it was.
Because it's green and
there's
it's not a weed.
There.
We know our weeds, and that's not a weed.
Yeah, we know our weed.
And so, it's been growing there for the last, getting bigger and bigger. And I'm like, maybe I should try and transplant that. But this year, it actually has a shoot, and
there's like 4 flowers up there. I'm like, woohoo! I'm scared to move it away out of it.
Yeah, no, I'll leave it there till the winter time. But it's actually flowering and the right color. Yeah, someone gave it a lowdown on what color mood Dawn's in this year. So maybe next year it'll be like green or pink, right?
I don't know if they come in that color.
Don't know what your color mood's going to be next year either.
That's right.
It's a chameleon, bearded chameleon.
Come a chameleon.
Hey, it's been a while since we had a musical interlude, right?
Yeah. Just last week, he's after the kitty.
Yeah, I know. So, okay, so you got your plants going.
This was a tough week. This was the year anniversary of Fuji. Fuji was our white Chihuahua. The Chihuahua just literally jumped, flew. This little boy he goes balls out. I mean, he
has no sense of his size.
No,
he thinks he's Dundee's size. Let's just put it that way. Yeah,
or larger.
Yeah,
because he goes after the dogs next door that are gargantuan.
Yeah, he goes after. He focuses in on the biggest dog over there,
yeah.
and that dog is the dog. Probably would sit. His head would be about.
Well, he looks like kind of like the Harry Potter dog. The name of them kind of just went out of my head, but.
But yeah, no, he is a big dog.
Yeah.
You know, he's probably he's underweight now because he's dealing with some medical issues, but probably full on he's probably 150 pounds.
Yeah.
You know, he is a big dog. Redhead, big dog. But Poppy is like, he goes after, that's who he focuses in on when he's barking.
Yeah, and they
running the
up
fence line.
and down the fence line. And
So, but
sidetracked, back to Fuji. Fuji was our white chihuahua that passed away last year. She had fought hard lymphoma for 20 months, and we did the full chemo with her, and you know, she was fine through the whole thing until the end. And so it was a very rough week this week, and still hasn't gotten any better, but
yeah.
So I will have linked her the episode where we did kind of a memorial if you know you wanted to see what she looked like. And
Put a little thing together after last year.
Yeah. So I think that's about it for farm happenings.
Pretty much.
You really didn't tell me anything.
Yeah, I was just.
It was a long week for you at work.
I mowed lawns. I did weeds.
Weeds.
Yeah.
Oh.
See,
back to the weed thing. Yeah.
Back to the weed thing. Yeah.
Back to the weed thing. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, I had weeds to address.
Yes, you did.
Lawns to mow.
Number one thing on your list.
And my tractor started acting up. The drive belt on it that makes it go forward was out of adjustment, so I had to adjust it.
Weird.
Yeah. It was like, because I cleaned it all up. I hosed it all down last week, parked it, and now I went to move forward, and it's like it doesn't want to go.
So don't clean your tractor.
Well, because I did some weeds last weekend, and it gets collected. It's basically a riding lawnmower, and it just collects stuff after you go through and mow weeds that are this tall sometimes, and bushes.
Well, you learned how fast Dundee is yesterday.
Yeah, that's true. I was
Dang.
fired up one of our quads, and this is our biggest one, and I decided I'd exercise it, because every year I try and keep these things started and running so that the batteries don't die. Well, unfortunately, this battery's dead. But I thought, well, I'll fire up and run it through. They sit over the winter, and if you don't keep a charge on them, they go bad after a couple years. And I'm to the point with the quad that I need to basically get a new battery for it. But I took it out. This is a 6-speed. It's a big machine. And so I was taking it around and, kind of having fun with it. And then Dundee, he was chasing me the whole way, and he was hauling butt. Mm-hmm. And poor puppy. After he got done, I took him over to the water, and get a drink, and he stopped following me around after that.
I don't think you even noticed he was running after
No, I
you
knew.
at first.
I knew he was. Like I said, he's always by my side. That dog is like my shadow. Of course, he likes shadows, so he follows me to stay in the shadow, so he's not in the sun. But yeah, he is like always like within range. He's unhappy if he's not. And so, like I said, that's kind of funny because after he got done running, he just kind of sacked out on the lawn and because it was kind of odd that he wasn't following me. That's kind of the unusual thing, but yeah, he is my buddy. But yeah, I overran him. But anyway, so
Yeah.
So we got a table full of
should
in
we
the
go
coop.
into
Yeah,
the
let's get into the coop.
In the coop this week, I have my Scrappy Happy Blanket and Just got a notification. It's Caffeinated Knitting's birthday. Happy birthday, Daniela. And this is on Ravelry called the Memory Blanket by Georgie Nicholson. It's a free pattern. This is the one I use for this one. And I've gotten 2 on this side because I finished a row on the other side. My new little James markers. And then I gotta find, because this is getting quite big, so it's all folded.
Where you got them buried, huh?
Yeah. Here. I think I have 5 on this side. So, yep, all my little jingles. So,
Those aren't the Jingle Bell ones.
No, I know. But they're
I need to make you.
jingling.
I need to make you some more of the Jingle Bell ones.
Yeah.
With the.
Which made me
lobster
enough of these ones to put on my blanket,
Mm-hmm.
because these are not going to break like them other plasticky ones that I was using.
Yeah, you know, the little
Clover ones. Although the clover ones last. It's the
clover. Yeah, I had gotten. Well, I ordered some on eBay for you. I'm like, oh yeah, we get 100 of them or whatever. I forget even what it was for, like $2 or $3. It was really cheap. Well, you pay.
Yeah, you can't even.
You get what you pay for.
You barely lock it; it breaks, and
Yeah. So now I go for the custom made dingly ones that nobody else has.
That's right. So this is really big. It's taking up the full screen. So, yep. I love working on that each day. It's a great way to start your day.
Yeah. With yarn.
Yeah. And I know Sockcetra is having a mini knit-along, so... Or blink... On Instagram, she calls it Blanket Blitz, or... something like that. And so you can, count your little mini squares, or you can knit like the little mochi things for her. Go check her out. She's a
all
fun...
the details are there.
All the details are there. So then I worked on my Petunia Socks. That's not it. They're there. It's in my... I should remember because it matches. And this is an Erica Luder pattern.
Oh,
It was. It still is. Petunia Dursleys.
Push the button, huh?
Yeah. Because I love her patterns. And I'm doing this out of Dancing Dog Dyeworks in the twist sock base, 100% superwash merino, 400 yards in the Lulu Dragon colorway. It's gorgeous.
Very nice.
And her yarn's always fun to knit with. And this is for the Dancing Dog Dyeworks is having a knit along. It's what does she call it? DDDSSKALLO. And I checked her group again, and there's still nothing in her group. It's on her Instagram, so.
Was that the tag that she's using on that? DDDSS?
Yeah, that's the hashtag. My needle was like stuck weird. Okay. So I knit. There's my dicky do. So I knit up here, and I've got the whole heel done and moving on to the foot. This is also for the spring showers, bring May flowers, because Petunia is a flower, not only a Harry Potter reference. And so, yeah. So I love the heel on that. Look at that, isn't that neat? But it's funny because you can see like the pooling on this side, and it like does the opposite on this side.
Mirror.
Yeah, you see it more in the camera than just dead on looking at it.
Nice. Follow the color.
The swirl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's fun. It's super nice yarn to work with, and
Awesome.
loud truck. Now I can't get these. Never snap well. They're not
You don't know the poppy.
They're
your
not
poppy
the poppy snaps, yeah. So got that. I didn't knit too much on that one because like I said, I've been like all over the place. So then I did work on my I Smell Snow. It's a Julie Ann Puccini yarn. I guess I got that tag somewhere in here. But then yep, it's right there. And it's her Lucid Dream sock yarn. Continuum gradient. And I finished up this one. And I'm doing these just vanilla. So I did from there down. That looks really cool in there. And this is so weird to knit because it gradiates. You know, it's not like a normal striping sock where you're like, ooh, I can't wait to get to the blue.
I'm working blue, I'm working pink, I'm working green.
Because the fade is so, until you get to this dark one, you're not noticing, ooh, I got into another color.
Yeah.
So it's like, but it is so pretty.
And that's one that you were very much documenting how many rows and...
I'm counting each row and all of that. So that the second one...
Which is good because you can't really tell where the stripes are.
Yeah, and I didn't even worry about starting it in the same spot. I just started where I ended that one, so they're not going to be matching.
It's okay.
I don't care. And so then, you know, I finished up that one and I cast on this one and I got a lot done on this.
So you're making some good progress there.
Yeah, so. And I'm using size 1, 2.25, same with my Petunia socks. Those are US 1, 2.25s. And, yeah, 64 stitches, although the Petunia ones are 60 stitches. And I might switch to that. I don't know if it's just, because I've noticed some of maybe my feet have shrunk, but they're getting looser. Maybe I need to felt them. But they seem looser than normal, so.
With the 64?
Yeah, and I've always done for, 8 years or so, 64 stitches, so I don't know. It'll be interesting. I don't know why, I just followed the pattern that these are 60 stitches, so.
Well,
and this is in my cute studio in the green bag with the poop.
Could be dependent on the yarn too, because some
That's
of the yarn
true.
is thicker and some of it's thinner. So if you
because my Hermione's that I just finished, I can just slip them on, and maybe I'm like some of mine. It's like you're
tight.
You have to stop at the heel and kind of. I mean, it doesn't hurt once it's up and over the heel. They're like
it's
tight.
Just a little tight. I know a couple of my socks that are knitted are a little
tighter.
Yeah.
There's someone walking by on the street. So, yep, we saw him. Thank you. Yes, thank you. So, and you can also win one of this exact bag in our spring hatchet-knit. This is one of the prizes, and that studio in the green donated, and it is just so cute.
Awesome.
So, since I wanted to remember to
have that in your hand, you may as well mention that.
So, do you want me to keep going, or? I got 2 more things to show. I just keep.
Well, I know you have your spinning, but we can do that after I talk about mine. If you want to, I can do mine. So, on the front page here.
Because if you're new, you probably don't know that James does knit.
I occasionally do.
Generally not during this time of year. Generally it's winter months.
Yeah.
When
it's darker out and I can't go out and play when I get home from work.
Yeah. So it's not too often. He has done socks. He's done
shawls,
quite a few shawls. And
they're usually for her.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so I am actually working on the Adama cowl. By Hillary Smith Callis.
Yeah.
See, it's been a while since I've talked about it, so things are just falling out of my bag here. Doing this out of Cascade 220 in the number. They only do numbers
They
anyways.
yeah.
So, but it looks
They
like
do on yarn.com and Jimmy Bean's Wool. They do have color names. I think that's called heathered gray. So they do have color names. Yarn stores will just only have the numbers. But,
yeah, on the tag it's a number.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so that's what it looks like.
The
And
Cascade company does actually name their colors. It's just most
on the tags.
stores and on tags they do not have the color name.
All right, so this is my Dicky Doo.
Yeah.
That's where I left off, and so I got like a full like repeat
yeah.
done. So I've got the lace work there, kind of worked through, and then kind of back to the lace work again. But don't fall off.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be fun. But anyway, so this is.
It's a shawl cowl.
Yeah, I was gonna say it'll be wide once it's done. But
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, so yeah, I kind of dusted off my Darth Vader
think
knitting
Yeah, I
bag.
think you also don't work on that one as much because it's on Knit Picks because they're size, 15? Or,
Yeah, it's big.
or maybe they're 11s, but they're big and they're...
I-
he's a
I-
hiya boy.
I-
He's snob.
I'm a yarn snob and a needle snob.
Yeah.
So I gotta have the good stuff, otherwise it's just not the same. But yeah, these are the ones that you have available for me
Right.
for this particular project. And but anyway, so it's coming along. Do a little bit as I get time and inclination.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this is in my Darth Vader.
Art and Stitch too.
Yeah, Art and Stitch tote bag that has the Stormtrooper inner lining. Let me find that. See, you can see that. You know, perfect Star Wars themed bag for those that follow Star Wars. We had that whole conversation last podcast, huh? That's why this is my bag and not hers. But anyway, so I did do a little bit on that.
Yeah.
Worth noting. You know, so.
I guess we still do have cool evenings, so if you got it done, I could. Because those are perfect. You wear them as a cowl in the winter because that's pure wool. But, you know, you can pull them down. That's what I love about those shawl cowls. You know, if you're in a cold building, you can pull them down and,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, we're getting to the point of the year where it's going to be kind of a mix of warm days and cold days. And that's just, so,
Desert life.
yeah, gotta love it.
Yep. So my other knitting project, which might be a tandem, because sometimes we'll do that too, like
We share.
we share, yeah, the Fuji shawl.
There was one that we did,
Knitter's
like
Nightmare.
you did this pattern repeats and I did that pattern repeats. And we did that together.
It was a Paula Eamons Feasley pattern that
Yeah,
we
what
did.
was that project?
I don't know.
See?
We used the Fuji yarn,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't remember now the name, which pattern it was of hers.
We knit about the same gauge,
Yeah.
so it works okay.
As long as I use my right hand.
Yeah, if you do,
If I continental,
I was
then
gonna
we're
say if you
done,
do
yeah.
continental knitting, you're a little
Looser,
different.
yeah.
But I tend to knit about the same gauges
Right.
you do, so that kind of works out that we're not all bunched up where I'm knitting and all.
Yeah, so if, you know, we're in a waiting room or something and he wants to work on the sock, it's like, okay, here, you know. So this is probably what this project will end up being because it's a lot of, although you don't really like just straight stockinette or,
Yeah, it's okay.
and I'm seeing that's not even pulled up here. This is the, do I even have it on my notes? Dang, I suck.
You didn't.
No, I forgot this is, I remember
Maybe-
yours.
Maybe you need to put that aside, and we'll talk about it next week.
Should I?
Ooh, well,
Because there's
it's a-
not much on
Yeah,
there.
I know you just got the project started. So.
Because I've been doing I've got to do a weekly cast. That'll be a surprise next week.
Yeah.
We'll have James work on that one next week.
What's in the
What's in
bag?
the bag?
Can you guys guess?
And this is my me and my dog. Yeah, it is. Me and my dog and some yarn. That just sounded like a mouthful when I said it. So, yeah, I love this bag. So yeah, that'll be
we'll
a surprise
see.
for
Can
next week.
you read our minds what
Yeah.
we're going to be doing in that?
Yeah.
Knowing Dawn, how she has to get things in a theme.
Yeah, no, it's not.
I know, I have no idea.
This is definitely not a thing.
I'm just messing with you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, because nothing of it is pulled up. I cannot believe that. I do have
This is what happens when we forget to put stuff on our episode notes. So.
Well, because you need to write it down on a Post-it note. Then you need to write yourself a Post-it note where that Post-it note is.
Collect all of your Post-its.
Yeah.
Hope one's not stuck to the bottom of your shoe.
See, that's where you just need to, put it right here on your head,
Then you have to look in the camera to read it. So
then it'd be backwards and we'd be all messed up.
Yeah, you saved that one pretty quick.
It did.
So you got your spinning almost done.
Yeah, and if I would have spun today, I could have gotten it done. And this is where so next week it will be a finished object. This is Black Trillium fibers in the watermelon colorway, spun, plied with Village Spinning and Weaving salmon color, and that both merino. And that's going to have a lot of yardage because the bobbin that James made me is humongous, so I can always pack. And I have never gotten that bobbin full, so that's going to be awesome to have that much.
Yeah, I made a oversized bobbin with the oversized flyer for your Luette, Julia Gulia. Yeah. So that when you're spinning and plying, that you have a single bobbin that you can load up from the two standard size bobbins. So it works out okay. I mean, you haven't overrun it, but so it's all good.
It's all good.
It's all good.
I can't believe I forgot that off there. It's just it's just throwing me off because I almost right before we recorded almost forgot to put yours because it's been such a long time.
Yeah, see, and so if she doesn't put it on the notes now, you'll have to. Hopefully, we'll mention that because she'll think, "Oh yeah, we've already mentioned that." Now it'll be an ongoing project, so it'll show up next week.
Yeah. So where am I?
Cowl.
Well, I already mentioned the two different cowls that those go into.
Okay.
There is another one. There's so many cowls, and you're like, "Oh, I want to do that so bad." And
see, if you can only find one knit along or one project that covers all the cows, right?
Well, that's why I do the hatch in it. That's why I just stopped having all these individual cows because when we first started podcasting, there weren't really any cows.
No.
So then it's flooded, and so now we go back to the whatever you want to enter into the hatch in it, cross stitch, spinning,
any
weaving,
fiber arts,
rug making.
There you go.
Hey, Stony Brook does that.
I saw someone on Instagram. I'm trying to remember who it was. Had a thing that they were showing someone doing that. They've reposted, so it wasn't their work; it was someone else's. But I'm trying to remember who that was. But I'm like, oh, cool, because that's something that I think I would enjoy.
You like the weaving stuff.
Yeah, but I want to make my own loom.
Yeah. And we do have a book for that.
I know. We've talked about it. I just haven't. Of all the many projects I have, that'd just be one more that. Let me correct. Of all the many interests that I have, that's just one more to throw in. I need to retire, basically.
Yeah.
Kick my feet up and.
Yeah, I think you'd be even busier than...
More than likely.
So I guess now we're moving into Squeal Like a Pig. And the other knit-along that he's seen on there that I'm wanting to participate in is Fear of the Walking Dead, Cast on Your Dead with the Desert Vista Dyeworks group. Well, I didn't have any of the Zombody yarns because I know if I go down that rabbit hole, I want them all, except the Wizard of Oz ones, because y'all know, I can't. And they're really cool, and I'm like, I just can't do it because it's tied to that Wizard of Oz, and flying.
You see, now you see how important it is that the name goes that has meaning behind it.
So I did find on a D-stash the Zombody Gobragh because I saw somebody's on Instagram knitted up, and it is so awesome. Plus, it's greens with the Zombody
The gore.
The gore, yeah, the gray,
Green and gore.
Yeah.
Green and gore, that's all you need to know.
So, yep, these will be cast on and knit during the Fear of the Walking Dead, because there's 15 weeks of that.
Yeah.
So that'll take us to The Walking Dead
I know.
in October.
For those that are
that
are having withdrawals from The Walking Dead, you get the Fear of the Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And you like that. You actually like that one because it really goes to the
beginnings,
the start and how things kind of happened.
Yeah, and Rick's not on there. They can just go kill Rick on The Walking Dead. I've never
kind of
liked
hard.
him.
He's like the main guy, but
Yeah,
I know.
He's just irritating.
So
if you like Rick, sorry.
So you got the yarn. What are you doing with it?
I'm gonna cast it on, and I almost had it wound. And Jimmy loved this one, and I'm like, "Oh, do you want socks?" And it's like, he's got sock issues. He hates socks.
Yeah.
So he's like, "No." He goes, "I know they'd be really cool. I like watching you knit them. I don't want them." So
he's picky.
Well, he knows, because he does know how to knit, how much goes into, that. So he goes, I wouldn't want you to, do it and spend all that time and me not wear them. And so, yep.
So that'll be for your feet.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
And, I need a couple drawers for all the socks because I have all my original socks that I knit 8, 9, 10
You've got a drawer
years
full.
ago. Yeah, and that's way overflowing. They're stacked upon stacked.
We need a special dresser, a sock dresser.
Yeah, sock. No, what are them trunks?
Oh,
forget the little box. There's no box that could hold all
Get
this.
the cedar trunk,
it's the
little
cedar chest. Yeah, then we'll have room. But because none of my socks have gotten holes or anything, even from years ago. And
from where? From where?
From one pair. Oh
yeah.
That was purple.
There you
They
go.
were purple. They were like my favorite.
That's
I
what
just
happens
need
to favorite clothes.
I just need to knit
You'll
that
wear it
pattern again, yeah. So then I ordered, because I might have mentioned last week how much I like Knitter's Nightmare, and that I was stalking her Instagram and everything, looking for, because I've seen her Instagram, and there was this one color, and I'm like, oh, I want it so bad. But look at what she wrapped it into.
So you had to go buy a skein.
So, yep, I went and bought a skein, and I didn't even realize that was a sticker. How cool is that? With yummies. Dum-dum. What's that from?
That's Night of the Museum.
Thank you. So, I saw this, and plus I text with Sadie, and I'm like, oh, is this, Sunset on the Sound got a lot of purple? Because I was asking, because you never know what the screen, my screen showing from her screen, and so, although hers, it doesn't matter what is in her shop, just buy it, because it is going to make you extremely happy. Every single, and James knows the colors because I go through them. Oh, she's got this. Oh,
Sadie, just don't name them after Wizard of Oz, and it's all good.
So this is Sunset on the Sound, which I've renamed this colorway to the Knitter's Nightmare logo, because look at her logo, and now look at the colors. It's not Sunset on the Sound, it is the Knitter's Nightmare logo.
Yeah. And
it is so freaking awesome. It is, this is her variegated, I need some glasses. It's her Baddie sock base, 80/20 superwash merino nylon 400 yards. And look at that. Just look at that. Isn't that pretty? It's so pretty. And I can't tell you again how...
You like knitting with that.
It smells good. It feels good. It's
all good.
It's all good.
Just buy it.
So then... Because when we were texting, I'm like, okay, is the oi with the poodle... I just kept calling it poodle yarn to her, but she knows what I'm talking about. She knows I'm not crazy. So it's oi with the poodles, which is a Gilmore Girls reference. And
you're on a Gilmore Girls
I am on a Gilmore
kick.
Girl kit. It's the first time. It's my first time with the Gilmore Girls. I stopped watching after episode 1 because I thought she was going to marry that Max guy, and I didn't like Max at all.
And that was enough to stop her right there.
Yeah, because I'm like, that sucks. She didn't marry Max. She was like a runaway.
Spoiler alert.
This is an old show.
You
I
didn't
think
know?
I'm the only one who hasn't watched the Gilmore Girls. So this is in episode 2. No. Season 2, episode 22. The reference, boy with the poodles. So, and this is just phenomenal. This is so pretty. So she sent me this because she knew I was debating between the two colors. So that was just so sweet of her. And I have no idea what I'm going to make. Usually I will.
Shawl or socks? Huh?
Yes, of course. It's one or the other. Yeah.
Awesome.
I keep thinking the blueberry waffle socks because I haven't done those for one of these. But, and this is the same baddie. Oh, no, it's not. It's Iron Maiden sock. Oh, I've never done that. 80/20 superwash BFL nylon. Oh, I haven't used this one, Sadie. Oh, how cool is that?
Surprise.
You gotta sniff you wanna, come on. It just smells so good.
Not only does it have to pass the squish test, but it has to pass the smell test.
I think I do feel a difference, though. You were gonna sniff it too. I saw you.
You're sticking it in my face.
So, yep, Knitter's Nightmare. Go get you some. So, yep. She's also doing these SockBlank Thingies. And if you don't know what a SockBlank is, it's a piece of material that's already been machine knitted, and you dye on that. But she's some way magically put like an owl on it.
Imagine that.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it, and then you just knit from the blank.
I have no
I
idea.
don't think I would like
me.
the kinky yarn because it kinks your yarn. You know, like when you've already knitted something and you yank it out, how it has the kink.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Noodly.
Noodle.
I don't think I'd be
No
into the
noodly
kinky
yarn.
stuff.
Leave it right there, honey.
Episode title. So, yep, those were my Squeal Like a Pigs this week, and super, super excited. And
Awesome.
And we were having like 65-mile-an-hour winds, and Sadie still heard me clear up north, squealing like a pig. Yeah.
Carried north.
It carried north. Yeah. So no, wait. I got another Squeal Like a Pig. Knit and Love East Tennessee sent me a pattern this week. It's called Raindrops, and it's a Christina Hall pattern, and it is super pretty. And you can do it in fingering weight or a DK weight. And I think with like how it's a crescent shaped. Look at this. It is so pretty. I think the DK weight would be super fun to knit that in because it would be like a take-along blanket, you know,
Nice
just
and
real cozy. Isn't that pretty? I hadn't shown you that yet.
no, you have not.
So, yeah, that's going to be super fun to knit. Here's one done in variegated, and that's where I was thinking, that Puget. I don't know why I keep saying that, sunset on the sound. See, that might look, because it's always raining in Washington. So raindrops, rain, kind of.
The tie-in.
Yeah. So.
Nice.
So thank you so much, Joe. That was really, really sweet. Ooh, I just saw my neck. So I've been thinking on growing my hair out, to cover up the wrinkles. Yes, and we're in between if I'm deciding on going long hair, because all my life I've had long hair, and you wanted to know this, huh? My dilemma, and we've had this whole big dilemma talk this morning.
It's okay.
Yeah.
All of a sudden we look all red.
I know. Maybe I'm blushing. You just make me Never mind, let's just not go there. Now you're really going to turn red. So, Roundup. So I mentioned our spring hatchinette already, and I've shown the prizes. We'll have Wolfe Farm prizes, soap, lotion, something.
Yeah, and we're also, this is another prize we talked about. We're going to do give away one of our mini sock blocker keychains, along with our Sequia mini sock pattern. So that's
it'll be a whole little kit. Yeah.
So you'll get that, and nice stuff.
I should get that all packaged up. So
that looks a little better than just a keychain.
Here's a keychain.
Yeah. But yeah, so get your finished objects in the thread when you're wrapping things up.
And that's an April, May, June knit along, so you got plenty of time for all your projects to get in there. And I'm getting way too many projects. I've been having the whole cast-on-itis, and I'm like, it's starting to get to me.
Yeah.
I'm getting to where it needs to be one shawl, one sock, maybe 2 socks.
Take it. This is the ebb and flow of Dawn's cast-on-itis. It's like after she gets it, then she's like looking at the table full of projects that she's doing, and then it's like.
Well, because now some of these are for knit-alongs, and it's already mid-April, and some of these are wrapping up.
That's your button gear, huh?
Yeah, button gear. Give me button gear. Just gotta say it that way.
So lunchtime yet? Because the dog's really sounding like she's needing to eat.
Yeah, how low is that blood sugar? So I think that's about it, as far as I can see around here. I've lost my little remote, so.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Just want to remind you that you can get a free Wolfe Farm video podcast button with any paid order at Wolfe Farms. Just ask for that in the comments section when we're checking out. When you're checking out, and we will be happy to stick one of those in your order as we're shipping that off.
I'm seeing that little red thing just flashed up.
We're running out of time. So, anyway,
so until next time, let's get cracking and hatch a knit. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.